Scott, thanks for tuning in. I'm back with a new review for a change. I usually do the older films, but tonight we're going to be reviewing the Gallows Act II, a sequel that had been shelved. It was made for about a year and a half ago. It was shelved for a little bit, which is usually not a good sign, but 2015, The Gallows came out. It was found footage, and it was surprisingly became my favorite film of the year. I like found footage films. I'm a sucker for them, and this one, the simplicity really got me. I liked it. I thought there was a lot of manic energy. Nothing ever scares me or gets to me viscerally that way. And this didn't either, but it was just a joy to watch from beginning to end. I like the characters. I like the just the whole frenetic energy in the whole film, and I got a big kick out of it. Really enjoyed it, and always wanted a sequel. About 2017, I learned of a sequel being filmed in secret. I think it was 2017 or towards the end of 2017, and they just banged out a sequel, didn't tell anybody about it, and we're planning on releasing it, I think, earlier than they actually did. I think it came out Christmas Eve on DVD after a very, very limited release. I think they do that just to say a film didn't go direct to DVD. That's the only reason. But yeah, it pretty much hit DVD, and I believe it hit Blu-ray as well. I'm not a Blu-ray guy, but it came out, and with little to no fanfare, and I couldn't wait to see it because, again, the first one was a huge favorite of mine back in 2015, and I rewatched The Gallows. I own it, but I rewatched it just to familiarize myself, bring me up to speed for the sequel. And what did I think of the sequel? I'm liking it enough to recommending it. I didn't think it was fantastic. I think I don't give anything away, so don't worry about that. But I think the intro, the first 20-30 minutes, was terrible. I almost turned it off. It was that bad. It was cheesy. It was contrived. It was cliche. It was just really bad. It was cheap looking. I did not appreciate that at all. But then it started picking up, and it was pretty connected to the original. They kept bringing up the gallows. They either showed a poster of the gallows or alluded to the word the gallows in pretty much every scene of the film. And they did harken back to the original, which I did appreciate here and there. I think the problem with this is that I hope this isn't a spoiler, it shouldn't be, but they dropped the found footage format for this particular sequel. Now, if you are trying to build a fan base and trying to build a product, it's good to improve on it or change it a little bit or take it in a different direction, but you don't completely abandon what made your film, I guess, special. It certainly wasn't the only found footage film out there. There have been tons before, and there have been quite a few after, but that's what defined The Gallows. Taking that element out of this new film makes it feel like a second-rate, typical teen-friendly slasher. I didn't think the CGI was particularly good. I did think there were a couple of good effective scenes. I think there were again, I don't do any I don't get scared about anything, but I did think there were some good jump scares, not from me, but where they usually wouldn't be in a film. Usually you can see the jump scares coming a mile away. You could see them in this too, but not all of them. And there were a couple that were really good that did stand out, and I appreciate it. I thought the ending was great. I thought the rest of the film moved along enough. I think the less is more approach always works best, and I think they showed the hangman guy a little too much. Still not a lot, but a little too much. And it robs people of their power. All the bad guys, alien. It's better when you don't see it. When you see it running around, or you see a whole colony of them, or this and that. To me, it kind of loses something. That was the same case with Gallows Act II. So, as I said, I don't really want to spoil much, and I won't say anything, but there were a couple of things that I did not expect, a couple of things I appreciated, a couple of things I hoped they did, and they did. Things I wish they didn't do, they did also. So it's kind of a mixed bag. Overall, if you like The Gallows, you should see this if you're a completionist, but it really has zero feel of the original, but it does kind of keep the storyline going. Just not found footage version, if that makes sense. So yes, I would recommend it. I'm going to go ahead and give Gallows Act II, a 6 out of 10. It's worth recommending. I liked it just enough to recommend it, but it's certainly nowhere near as good as the original, and I usually like sequels. So take that and do with it what you will. I will see you guys the next time. Thanks for tuning in.